Day 29. This is the witch's boot box. I've seen this all over the web, except I haven't seen a box made out of the boot, so it stands up and you can put a little treat inside. This idea I got from Rachel Brumley, and it is adorable. Let me show you how to make this. These are the supplies that you need. First of all, you need your treat to go inside your number 2 die box. You need paper. Basically, you need a piece of 12 by 12 black cardstock. Cut it in half. This first part will be for the number 2 die, so you'll need the number 2 die. Then you'll cut the next part in half, and these two will be used for the stocking die. You'll use both of those. You need some scratch black to cut these 3-inch circles, and they don't need to be completely perfect because you won't use the whole circle, but you need it to be this big, the 3-inch circle die. And then you need some, this is Concord Crush, some purple paper. This is for the top part of the boot, this part right here. And I also use some other scratch black to go inside here so it'd be a little bit sturdier. Okay, that's the paper that you need. Embossing folders, I embossed the entire thing in the spiderweb embossing folder, and there's glitter inside it. And then the top part of the boot I embossed in the square lattice. So hard to see that. But that adds some nice texture to the top of the boot. So this is the 3-inch circle die, and I cut a piece out of it with the 1 3/4 inch. So you'll need these two. This is the number 2 die box and the stocking die. So you need a lot of stuff to make this. And you'll also need sticky adhesive and specifically sticky strip. First, take your piece of 6 by 12 cardstock and run it through the Big Shot, making your number 2 die. Then the next thing you're going to do is cut this whole top part off. And this piece right here, you can use this for scrap to make part of the boot. So you'll use that, and you can put this in your scrap pile. Next, you'll just put the box together, fold on all the score lines, put a piece of sticky strip right here, and let's just connect this nice. All right, and the rest is really easy. First, you fold in this big one, lock in the 2 little ones, and then this one goes in last. And that will lock it all in place. Perfect. Next, I'm going to cut all the pieces for the boot. So I'll get my 2 pieces of black and put it over the stocking part. My 2 pieces of purple and put it over the top part. Then I'm going to put 2 pieces of black, a little scrap, and another scrap right over the top, and I can cut all this out at the same time. Okay, so after you cut it, you'll have 2 stockings and you'll have 4 of these pieces. These 2 I embossed after, and these 2 are just scrapped to make it a little bit thicker behind it. Okay, the next thing you'll want to do is get your 1 3/4 inch punch and punch out about a half circle. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to adhere this to the back, and you're just going to eyeball it so this circle matches perfectly over here and does not come out the bottom there. And then you'll adhere that on. Before you do that, you want to make sure you line these 2 up and punch these so these are identical. And then adhere one of them, and then match these 2 up so you have identical points. Okay, so this is how I did it. I just adhered this circle. The bulk of the circle is on the back. It's hard to see because this is black. But the bulk of the circle is on the back side. The front side's just going to have that little tiny part. So I turn this over, and then the next boot, this circle's going to go behind it. So I just lay it right on top so I can match it exactly the same way. Then I can lay this one right on top. Now they're exactly the same. Now you can go back and just make sure there's no weird bumps down here and cut those off. Once these are both adhered, then you're going to cut your little boot. You come in about 1 inch from the edge and clip up about 1 inch. Then come over from the side and just slowly snip up to the other one. Okay, then what I do is I just kind of clean this up a little bit, and I put this one right behind it, and I cut identical heels. Now you just emboss it. It's so hard to see in this video, but there's a line where this boot meets up. And when you send it through the embossing folder, it basically erases that line. And you can't really see the spider web very well in the video, but it's beautiful. So you just need to make sure this bottom part gets embossed. This top part will be covered, so it'll still look really good. So next you emboss them, and then you adhere the top and the little back piece. All right, I'm going to do that. Almost done. Okay, so I just embossed these and adhered this and this. And I actually took a sponge and did some white craft ink and just kind of lightly dusted it on the top so it would stand out a little bit more. Okay, so before you put the box on this, you just have to do your little buckles. And I used the word window punch and sticky sheets, and I just punched out a piece of sticky sheet, ripped it off, and poured glitter on it, cut it exactly in half, and I'd have 3 on this side and 3 on this side. This one I embossed it so it went inside so the glitter would stick in, and this one I embossed it so it was the outside. I don't really think it matters which one you do as long as it's the same for both of the ones that are going to show. So make sure the outside ones are identical. Alright, so you need to decorate that, put your little buckles on, and then you need to put sticky strip on the box in 4 places, and I'll show you. This is really easy. You're putting the box on at a slight angle like that, and you have to carefully match these up. And then after you have them both on, then it'll stand up and you'll be able to put your treats right inside. All right, real quick, these are what sticky sheets are. They're double-sided sticky paper that you can use in your Big Shot, or you can punch. I used the word window punch, and I just cut out 3 of them. Then you peel this off, and it's sticky on that side, and then you peel that one off, and you can adhere it. These are great. It's as strong as sticky strip, so it's wonderful. Okay, so this one's finished. Just add the little finishing touches on it, squeeze these together so it sits in tight, and you have the box, which is boot. Happy Halloween.